From the alley-oops at Kezar to the glory days at the stick. From who's got it better than us to brick by brick. It's always the 49ers way, from off-season to game day. Yeah, we talk back. It's the 49ers Cutback.
It's 49ers Cutback Podcast time, and you know what? No Julio, no problem.
Oh no,
Feeling it?
he's gone, Ant. We can't get him. I'll be okay. It'll be fine. I'll pull myself together.
Yeah, I mean, do we like the idea of Julio Jones playing in San Francisco? Yes, we liked it. But you know what? He's not going to be playing in San Francisco, and I'm okay with that. It didn't turn into a nightmare. The dream of Julio did not turn into a nightmare of him going to the NFC West. He is going to be skedaddling down there to the AFC South. Have fun. And I hope you enjoy playing with Tannehill. I'm okay with that. The only time we'd have to see him is in the Super Bowl, and I'm not worried about Tannehill in the Super Bowl. However, I am very excited about the 49ers skilled players, and that's why I say there is absolutely no problem.
Look, we both predicted that the Niners would lose to the Tennessee Titans this year in the regular season.
Yeah.
Does this change that? Like, in terms of, like, now they're going to get killed? No, it doesn't change it. It definitely makes that game harder. And for me now, I feel really comfortable with that prediction. The Niners might not win that game. It's just a tough situation going to Tennessee and having to stop Derrick Henry. Now they added Julio Jones on top of A.J. Brown already. And it's just it's a better offense. But we never thought that the reason the Niners would lose to Tennessee would be because of Tannehill in the receiving game. It was always going to be slowing down Derrick Henry. So adding Julio Jones just makes that a little bit harder to stop Derrick Henry, because you're not going to be able to crowd the box as much as you normally would now, because you're going to have two legitimate receiving threats there on the outside. Does it make them a harder team? Absolutely. But if you can find a way to slow down that run game and put the pressure on Tannehill, it's going to be really, really hard for Julio Jones to have success. I mean, we've seen it, right? The minute Matt Ryan is not out there playing quarterback in Atlanta, Julio has not been able to put up the gaudy numbers. He'll still put up the big, crazy plays, but it's a harder thing for him to do. He needs a quarterback who can get him the ball in space, or at least push it downfield. Tannehill has shown he can take shots. He doesn't always throw the best balls, but good. You know what? The good news is for Julio Jones, he's pretty good at going up in space and catching 50-50 balls.
And you say it's going to be hard for the 49ers to stop Tennessee. I say it's going to be hard for Tennessee to stop the 49ers.
I still agree with that as well.
Because they have so much talent on the offensive end.
Yeah.
Skilled players galore. Just when you look at the running back, there's nobody more dynamic as a running back than Raheem Mostert in this league. Nobody's as fast as him. He outruns every other running back in this league. And he can create a whole shot at any time. So, yes, other teams will have to worry about him. Then you throw in the receiving core, and you got Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Jalen Hurd. These guys are going to be out there causing issues. They're matchup problems for everyone else. You have a skilled player like Mohamed Sanu who brings veteran leadership. The 49ers are the ones that you really need to worry about on the offensive end. Yeah, it's cool to have a shiny new toy, and Julio is going to be out there, and he's going to make defenses change the way they approach the game, because before you could load the box and really go after Derrick Henry. So that's great. But the 49ers have a bunch of guys that can change the game.
Also true.
Because you can move them any which way, and that makes it more difficult. At least with Julio, you know where he's going to be, and you know how to react to him and how to react to A.J. Brown. You know what you don't know how to do? React to where the heck Deebo Samuel is going to be. Where is Jalen Hurd coming from?
When he's going in motion, is he actually getting the ball, or is this just just something else?
Is Kyle Juszczyk a fullback on this play, or is he running a route because he's a matchup problem for my linebacker?
Yep.
There are so many matchup issues that the 49ers skill players present, and that is a thing that can't be unmatched or outmatched by any team in the NFL. I'm going to say that if healthy, they have the best skill players, because you don't know where they're coming from or what they're going to do on any given play, and you have an evil genius that knows exactly how to use them. That's the disturbance in the force that I like. Let the dark side fill you, because the Empire's coming to wreck some teams.
It really is. And editor, I'm so glad that you fixed that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Look, at the end of the day, right? This isn't just not a problem for the offense. It's not a problem for this team, because Julio Jones' contract situation was going to require the 49ers to be creative with how they stretch it out, how they restructure, and how long he could play in an elite level 4. Right? He's an older guy. He's had some injuries, some lingering stuff that's lasted. How long is Julio elite? Now you don't have to worry about that. That question is for another team to worry about. It's for the Titans to have to figure out what they're going to do with their cap situation, how they're going to stretch it out, how long they extend him for, how much he gets paid for those years. This money can now go to re-signing players the 49ers have on the roster. And the 49ers have shown they're not willing to sit pat middle of the season. If they feel like this team, they could go after another receiver middle of the season or another player that can come onto this roster they can make a trade for and bring a major impact to this team and have the cap space to do it and not be hamstrung by his contract or that extension or where they put the money. The Niners, this situation is the best possible thing. Yes, you don't get Julio Jones. That sucks. But he's in the AFC. You're going to have to worry about him one time this year, and that's it. And potentially in the Super Bowl. That's it. You don't have to see him twice a year. He's not going to take away a guaranteed playoff berth from you, right? In the NFC West.
No.
Don't have to play him. I mean, it's the best possible scenario. You didn't get him. He's somewhere else where you only have to think about him once or twice a year, and it has no impact on your ability to win your conference or your division. And the next time you do have to see him or worry about him would be for it all. The biggest show on turf, right? In the Super Bowl. So at the end of the day, best possible place for him to go. A team that has a quarterback that has, iffy possibilities and iffy potential and iffy, he's got a ceiling. Tannehill's got a ceiling, right? And he doesn't impact you on a day-to-day basis. You're not having to sit there thinking about Julio all night long, right? He's just something that you have to worry about at some point of the season or in the playoffs, in a Super Bowl run. Man, I'll take that any day of the week right now. And like you already pointed out and talked about, we got weapons on offense.
100%.
These guys can get it done. Kittle can get it done. Ayuk can get it done. Debo can get it done. And the best part is about all of them, we all know they can do it already. We haven't got to see them do it together.
Yeah.
So the potential for this offense, Bleacher Report last year had this offense and this wide receiver group ranked as one of the worst in the league. We're bottom half 20s. This year, top 15. And it wasn't even close. They weren't sitting there at 15. They were in that, They were 7. So they're in the top 10. So, that shows you how far this group has come already in a short amount of time. Getting them all on the field together at the same time could end up being a top 5 group in the league. I cannot wait to find out.
Yeah, and it's a better offensive line.
That too.
Way better than last year. You could say it's an improvement over 2019 as well. So if you're coming out there with an improved offensive line from even a team that dominated in the run game, getting you all the way to the Super Bowl, and now you're going to be able to have these skilled players that can do what they can do. Raheem Mostert just is a better runner than he was in 2019. He plays more physical. The hole shots he was getting last year, where he was taking a sweep all the way to the house, catching the ball in the backfield, taking it to the house against Arizona, those type of things are going to put the fear of God into teams. And just like I said, you don't realize how painful it is for a defensive coordinator to try to figure out where the heck these guys are going to be lining up from play to play. What personnel setting do I have in? Is Debo in the backfield this time? Is Jalen Hurd in the backfield? What are they doing? Who's going to go in motion? How many times are they going to shift?
Why is Kyle Juszczyk lined up outside as a receiver?
Yeah, why is Jalen Hurd now in the backfield and Kyle Juszczyk's out wide? What the heck is going on here? Do we cover him with a corner? All these things you have to think about, and they have to be prepared.
You have to prep for them.
Prep, that's the key. Preparing for these things. If you have to prepare for so much, you take time away from other things. And I guarantee that's what it is. You're going to be looking at so much that's on Kyle Shanahan's board. You're trying to figure out what the heck he's doing. The whole time you're just staring at a certain thing, and it's not what you're looking for. It's a mirage, and that is perfect. He does window dressing better than any other coach in the league, and it's going to be fun. These pieces are great. He's done a very good job, him and John Lynch, of securing pieces that he can maneuver and manipulate to cause all kinds of issues for defenses. And if he gets them all on the field at the same time, scary for everyone else. 100% the best offense of weapons in the NFC. I don't even think it's close. And I would probably say the AFC as well. I think if they're all healthy, they have the best overall weapons in the league.
I agree with you there. And you know what? Man, I'll tell you what. I'm just excited to see what the potential of this group can be, what this offense can do with all of those pieces together in one place. Playing at the same time, trying to get it done. Healthy Jimmy Garoppolo is going to mean a better offense. An improved offensive line and center position means an improved offense. Daniel Brunskill getting to focus on one position instead of 12 is a better Daniel Brunskill.
And getting pushed.
Also with Aaron Banks coming in as well, right? We went and drafted the young running backs as well, so hopefully those guys are going to be able to get some run and add a little extra kick to this running back room and depth. Man, I'll tell you what, the biggest impact will still be to me Jalen Hurd. If this man is healthy and on the field, what he can do for this offense and what he could add already to this unconventional, hard to predict, as you called it, window dressing. Just what is each guy doing on every single play? You add him into the mix, put no running backs out there with 3 or 4 wide receivers and Kittle. Is Jalen Hurd a runner? Is Jalen Hurd a route runner? What is Kyle Juszczyk doing out there with this group? Is he a blocker? Is he a decoy route? Is he an actual route? Because if you got Kyle Juszczyk one-on-one in space out there with a linebacker, we've already shown that video. If you missed that video, you need to click the card right now that just popped up there and go check that out. Because Kyle Juszczyk out in space one-on-one with a linebacker is problems for most linebackers.
Yeah, at least when you're looking at a chessboard, you know that each piece has restrictions. Mm-hmm. No. He doesn't have restrictions with these guys. He can do all kinds of different things, and that's what's going to be nasty. Fly sweeps, reverses, quick screens, pushing the ball down the field, unlimited bad matchups for defenses, getting in personnel settings where unlimited. Getting in bad personnel settings for the defense, them just not knowing what's going on. That's going to be the funnest part for me. That is the part of football I love the most, is manipulating the other team. That was what I loved the most about being a play caller, was the fact that I could make them think I was doing one thing and we would completely go the other way. I love that 100%. That's my favorite part, is the actual X's and O's of football.
True.
And being able to see Kyle Shanahan do it with these pieces. I know what I think I would do with these guys, so I can only imagine what he would do with these guys, because he's pretty elite at what he does.
Yes.
And Mike McDaniel as well. So it's going to be fun. Can't wait. We got to get to it now. I just can't wait for the season.
I can't wait either. Let us know what you think down below right now. Is not having Julio Jones a problem for the San Francisco 49ers, or do you agree with us? This isn't a problem, and in fact, it's the best possible scenario. If we didn't end up with Julio, he's in the AFC. Nothing to worry about, nothing to fear. Now we get to see what this group can do. Let us know about it down below in the comment section right now. And while you're down there, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to the page. Help us get to 1K. And, we have a certain guy here with us who wants to let you know about an episode coming out this Thursday, don't we, John?
This is John Chapman with the 49ers Rush Podcast. I'm going to be joining two handsome fellows, the 49ers Cutback episode Thursday. So what do you do it? Thursday, you got to come hang out with us. Let's talk some 49ers.
It's right. You heard it from John Chapman himself of Rush Podcast. We got a nice conversation and discussion with him coming up Thursday. You don't want to miss that episode. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is going to be a lot of fun. And that's what's going on right now. A lot of great conversations about 49ers football. Julio was just a topic that was hanging there, that we needed to kind of get over and get done. And it's finally done. And now we can move on and be excited about the team that we have and the team that we've been, excited that John Lynch has been building, and what we've been building on this podcast as well. It's been exciting. Lots of great things coming their way. John Chapman, Jay in the Bay. It's all gravy at this point. It's a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and we got plenty more collabs coming up, so you don't want to miss any of it. Make sure you're subscribed, and until next time, 49ers fans, you stay safe.
And remember, the right way is always the 49ers way.
What's good? Coming up tomorrow, of all days, we got a special someone joining the crew, don't we?
Yeah, we do. You know who it is?
Your boy, Jay in the Bay.
What's good?
I'm excited, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well, and set that reminder right now. The watch page is already up. It's waiting for you. You don't want to miss it. A discussion with Jay in the Bay on the 49ers. It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be wonderful. Make sure you're here. You do not want to miss it.